world of constant, endless distractions, a lot of demands of life, solitude stands as a sanctuary that we can reconnect ourselves mentally and spiritually. Solitude as a discipline, it's not about isolation or escaping from the world. It's a choice to withdraw from the noise, the distractions that this world has to offer. When you think about it, it's legit an invitation to sit in a quiet, meditative spot with our emotions, our thoughts, and a sacred incense that dwell within us. And solitude is a journey of self-discovery into the uncharted territories with our hearts and mind. If you take a look at the book of Celebration of Discipline, it says that we meditate, we create the emotional, spiritual space, which allows Christ to construct an inner sanctuary in the heart. His inner sanctuary serves a quiet and connection with the divine, providing a sacred space for reflection, prayer, and spiritual growth that correlates with solitude. We as Christians can develop a closer connection to God and find inner peace and true joy. Also reveals us spiritually. What I mean by that, using the discipline of solitude and meditation, it grows us closer to God, and it grows us closer to God. I love my dad's analogy, life is a highway. When you're going on the road trip with the family, you're on the driver's seat, and you see so many distractions on the road, like fast food, like Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Panda Express, also with the museums, tourist stops. But the rest stops, you can refill your car with gas and get out of the car with the fam to stretch, get some food, use the bathroom, and also observe where you're going to go next. And when you look at this, it's legit like the Christian life. There are so many temptations on this highway we call life, and with certain sins that we struggle with. But the rest stops, when you think about it, the rest stops, it's like church. We go to church and evaluate with ourselves. Have that personal relationship with Jesus. We go sit down with the Lord. It's a moment that we can observe ourselves, and that's where meditation and solitude comes in. And you will refill your gas tank. It's like refilling yourself with the Holy Spirit, if you think about it. And you will go on to the life of the highway. And that's what you're on right now. Even Jesus went away in solitude and spent time with his Father. In Luke chapter 6, verse 12, one of those days, Jesus went onto the mountainside to pray and spent the night praying to God. Another verse that shows Jesus goes away in solitude is Matthew chapter 14, verse 13. When Jesus heard what happened, he withdrew by boat privately to solitary place. Hearing of this, the crowds followed him on foot from the towns. As a person who used solitude as a discipline, it helped me grow spiritually, mentally, and it helped me get closer to God. When I lost my grandfather on my dad's side, it really affected me because not only he was my grandfather, but he was never in my life or my dad's. He never attended my birthday parties or not saying Merry Christmas to me or my sister. And I had his anger all the way until he died. And I saw my dad crying in his room one night, and I'm like, why are you crying about a man who was never in your life? The man who never took on you your first date. The man who never taught you how to tie your shoes or took you to your first prom. I just didn't get it at the time until I found out he gave his life to Christ a year ago. And he tried to make amends with me. But with me, I was being hard-headed and I ignored his calls. And I feel so hypocritical because Jesus gave me a second chance, but I didn't do that with my grandfather. And that sent me into a huge pit of depression along with the loss of my mentor. Using discipline of solitude helped me heal my bitterness and hatred I had for the longest time. The first month I gave my life to Christ, that my mentor, she taught me how to be solitude and spend time with the Lord. At first, I didn't really know how to use solitude or spend time with Jesus, with the Lord. It took some time, I'm not gonna lie. First, I go to my prayer closet, which I have now in my dorm. Second, it's a quiet space. I talk to God and sit in his presence, evaluating myself. And lastly, having spontaneous music. I learned having this music on to calm my nerves when I'm in distress and have a lot of anxiety and I'm going through a lot of depression moments in my life. And it really helped me. And that's why solitude is a really big discipline.